Over the years, Anopheles mosquitoes, malaria-causing agents, like many other organisms, developed resistance to drugs due majorly to non-compliance to regimens and the production of substandard medication or fake drugs. But today, the Nigerian Institute of Medical Research has found a slightly different twist to the story.
They have both resistance to the insecticide that has been prescribed by the WHO for use and the ones that are put in the net. Although that same insecticide is still very effective in other states.
How this resistance came about? Investigations put the blame on resistant mosquitoes which flew in from neighboring Benin Republic through the Idiroko border. But the Institute, after years of research, funded by the World Health Organization, came up with an intervention consisting of a combination drug, which has been found to be effective against the vectors in the 5 states.
Synergies is something that can reduce resistance in the mosquitoes, that will make the mosquito to be susceptible to pyrethroids. No, they are resistant to pyrethroids, but if you use synergies, it will remove the mechanism of resistance, so they become susceptible.
With the synergistic chemicals, the vector control is going to be much, much better, and chances of resistance developing is much, much reduced than using a single chemical.
Earlier in the year, Ghana, Kenya, and Malawi qualified for a new malaria vaccine trial to commence in 2018. Nigeria did not make the cut, partly because sites were not characterized.
We have malariologists, we have entomologists, we have social scientists that will look on a comprehensive view of the environment, so that at any time, any scientist can go there and say, oh, I want to implement this research. That has not been existent before. So this is an area where we think we should invest some funding, and hopefully in the coming years it will be a site that will be qualified to do clinical trial, for instance.
As far back as 2009, countries like Mauritius and the Bahamas had not had any malaria activity for 10 years. What then could be the handicap to malaria elimination in Nigeria?
Everything has to be in combination. Most of them that know what we do in malaria eradication program in Nigeria is more of a broken house approach. What you are doing in flat A, I don't know in flat B. What you are doing in the dining room, I don't know in the sitting room. So at the end of the day, it's not cohesive. We do not have collective approach to it.
These are all capacities and capabilities that researchers in NEMA, especially in the field of malaria, possess. And we can work well with other researchers in other universities in Nigeria.
In the meantime, experts say barrier methods such as the bed net would still be effective because it separates the mosquito from the human being once he is enclosed within the net. Cleaning of the environment to get rid of breeding sites would also help keep the mosquito population and thus malaria incidents down. Mary Alale Yusuf, Channels Television News.